the PP-2000. Hello everybody. Welcome once again. I will be reviewing the PP-2000 today. Despite its gentle name, don't get it twisted, this gun is a killer. And before you're wondering why this video is 14 minutes long, I just want to say the review will last 5 to 6 minutes at most, and then you can go on about your day if you'd like. I'll probably be ranting about various subjects in life, if you will. So you can stay tuned for that as well. But I'm going to make sure that this review is good and out of the way for you all beautiful people that want to just see the review and go. So, with that said, let's break it down. Remember, guys, I do not go that deep into statistics. I like to talk about the way the gun feels, the play styles that the gun really complements, just what I think the gun is perfect for, because a lot of the times I'll review a gun and I will notice that the statistics do not match the way that I play with the gun. The statistics do not match the way I feel about a gun. And this gun is a perfect example of what the fuck I'm talking about. So, the maximum damage is 25, the minimum damage is 12. That is low as fuck, son. Carbines are better than that. Assault rifles are better than that. This gun should not be that good. I should not enjoy this gun. The fire rate is 650 RPM. What the fuck? The reload time is 3.5 seconds when empty, 2.5 seconds when there's at least a bullet left in the clip. Come on, man. Statistically, this gun should suck, and you know what? I love it. I love this fucking gun. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I feel like I can run around the map and dominate everybody. I don't know what it is. I get up close and personal. I don't lose. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. Like, I obviously do lose. But I really enjoy using this gun. You can be super aggressive with it, and I think the reason you can be super aggressive with it is because the reticule is so small and you can do so much damage up close that no one can really fuck with you. Also, don't get it twisted, just because it says personal defense weapon, that does not mean that you have to play like a pussy. Don't play like a pussy. You can be aggressive if you'd like with this weapon. And if you're going to be aggressive, it will work for you. If you want to play passive, though, if that's your thing, go for it. You can totally do it. This gun totally supports that playstyle. It's very malleable. It's very changeable. Even if you use really basic attachments, you can use the same attachments and it will work in whatever scenario you want it to work in, except long range. I get about 40 kills in this gameplay, maybe a little more, I'm not too sure. And part of the reason why I was able to do that is simply due to the fact that I was playing Operation Locker on Domination. The map is super closed in, and it's all close-range gunfights. I mean, you're basically fighting people with shotguns. So, if you're playing game modes like Obliteration or Conquest, this may not be the gun for you. And it's weird, because engineers typically can just go off. Like, Conquest is where you really see a lot of engineers come to light. But their main weapon, the PDW, is not that effective long ranges. And that's when you're really going to get in a lot of gunfights when you play these gigantic 32 on 32 maps. You're going to see a lot of long range gunfights. That's not bad or good, but a PDW is not going to be as effective on those big, gigantic ass maps. Also, by the way, guys, I really enjoyed using the 93R pistol and the rocket launcher. If you guys are trying to figure out how to use the engineer in a domination type scenario, let me just say this. Use the rocket launcher to your advantage, alright? You're up against assault rifle, or not assault rifle, you're up against people who use the medic kit, so they're going to be healing the fuck out of themselves. So what do you have to combat a medic? You have a gigantic fucking rocket launcher that can blow up cover. That's awesome, and I don't see any engineers ever really use it. So, if you're going to use an engineer in Domination, and you see guys that are, like, sitting in a corner, like, especially in Operation Locker, you know, they're getting their fucking gay sex on in the little bunk rooms, just shoot a rocket in there, blow a hole in the fucking wall, and then, you know, just destroy them, and that's all you gotta do. By the way, I have no hate in my heart for gay people. For some reason, there's just been this big friend. I don't know. I see it in the news a lot. Everyone's always hating on, you know, it's just this whole debate on gay people. Like, I love gay people, but you know what? Everyone's up to be made fun of. So, anyway, let me try to get back into the review here. I definitely just threw everything up in the air. But I just want to say that this gun is awesome. I shouldn't like the gun. Statistically, I shouldn't like it, but I do. I love it. I feel like I can do whatever I want with it. I love using it in domination. Rush would be another great game type to use this weapon in. Any PDW would be great for domination or rush. If you can use a PDW on these big open maps, more power to you. I'm not a fan. When I go into big open maps, I typically use a carbine or an assault rifle. Typically a carbine if I'm using an engineer. So that about wraps it up for the review. This gun is very awesome and I love it. Statistics do not do it justice. It does shoot slow. It's not that good long range, but overall it is a beast. So I hope you enjoyed the review. That wraps it up. Now I'm going to go on my little rant about various subjects in life. Actually, before we do that, I just want to say that I'm going to be reviewing the rest of the PDWs because I find them to be quite awesome and entertaining. Not going to review snipers, probably. Well, I might do snipers in like one video because it just doesn't make any sense that I can use the sniper rifles and one sniper rifle is better than every other sniper rifle. You know what I mean? The 338 Recon is not as good as the SRR. The SRR sniper rifle is the best, without a doubt. So why should I review any other sniper? It's just silliness to me. And I don't know if that's the way it is with the shotguns. I have to do a little bit more experimenting. Anyway, you guys may be wondering why I haven't put up a lot of videos in the past 3 days. I haven't really put up any videos in the past 3 days. And I'm still getting used to like being on a consistent upload schedule. And this is so silly of me to say because it's an excuse, but part of the reason why I didn't want to is just because it was Thanksgiving weekend, and I was chilling with my family and having a good time, and then my internet connection just slowed the fuck down. So, to compensate for the lack of videos, I'm putting up another one today. I might do another one. It's really late right now, but I'm going to compensate for the fact that videos have not gone up, so don't worry. We'll be good to go. I don't know if you guys care or not, but it's all good, because I'm just going to throw them up anyway. We'll see what the fuck happens. Now, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. Typically, my Thanksgivings, or any family party for that matter, are really, really boring. People come, they talk about the weather, a lot of small talk that goes on. I'm of the opinion that if you're going to talk to me about the weather when I have an app on my fucking phone, or you're going to talk about sports when I can pull that shit up, like, come on, dude. Talk to me about ideas. Talk to me about what makes you fucking tick as a human being. Let me learn something from you. If I'm not going to learn something from you, then get the fuck out of the way, because I got better shit that I need to get done. But this family get-together was super interesting, because there was a lot of talk about conspiracy theories, there was a lot of talk about ancient aliens populating the Earth, and I find these ideas super fascinating, and I disagree that ancient aliens populated the Earth. I know some of you guys might know about this crazy idea. For those of you who don't, there's an idea that's floating around, and it actually has some evidence to back it up, that aliens populated the Earth, in terms of they created us, and then we went about doing our thing. I am not a conspiracy theory nut, because that's stupid as fuck. I deal in evidence. What is proven, right? The Gulf of Tonkin, the reason we went to Vietnam, that was proven to be fake. That could be considered a conspiracy theory, but it's not a conspiracy theory, it's a fact. And that's the type of stuff that I like to look at. I like to look at the evidence. So when I disagree with something, I tend to know what the fuck I'm talking about. At least I try to. I try to do my research. So this whole idea that ancient aliens populated the Earth, at the end of the day, it's just an idea. And that's all it is. So you may be wondering, why the fuck do people think ancient aliens populated the Earth? And part of the reason why is because historians date human civilization back to about, 13,000 years ago? 14,000 years ago, in that time frame? And some of the sculptures, like, you can just look at sculptures that were in Egypt or in Peru. The level of detail that was used to create these sculptures, we would have trouble doing that today with our technology. And it's kind of freaky to look at that shit. It's perfectly symmetrical faces, and they were supposedly doing this with stone and chisel, and that's bullshit. You can't do that. You can't do that. So, that's my opinion on the matter. And I think that the most plausible explanation, without sounding like a fucking crazy person, is that civilization obviously was more advanced back then, and it obviously dates back longer than 14,000 years ago. There's a lot of evidence that supports that theory as well. So, I mean, it's really, I don't think it has to be this crazy magical mystery. It could just simply be, you know, maybe we fucked up our history a little bit. 13,000 years is a long fucking time. In 1,000 years, if everyone left the Earth right now, in 1,000 years, almost everything would be gone. You know, the Earth would swallow everything back up. Nature would have its way with everything, in my opinion. So, 13,000 years is a long fucking time, and it's hard to be accurate. And that's all there is to it. So, I thought they were really interesting ideas. You know, people were talking about the Illuminati taking over the world and blah, 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 blah. And that's, you know, there's so many people that believe in the Illuminati. Don't even get me started. Yeah, we don't have enough time to talk about that in this video. I might just make a separate video talking about the stupidity of that idea, because people don't do their homework. If I were you guys, right, if I was everyone else in the world, instead of looking at one video on YouTube and saying, oh, okay, 9/11 was a big conspiracy theory by the government, or oh, the Illuminati exists, or oh, the New World Order exists, what I implore everyone to do is look at what the debunkers say. Look at what the conspiracy theories say, and look at those facts that they propose, and then look at what the debunkers say. Look at both sides of the equation. Because if you, and this goes for both sides of the fence, if you're someone that immediately looks at a debunking theory, or immediately believes what the, you know, the government news agency messages, then, you know, you're a fucking idiot. You should be able to look at both sides and create a rational explanation in your head. You don't need to follow a dogma. You don't need to think that everything was a fucking conspiracy theory. That's nonsense. That's stupidity. You might as well look at both sides of the argument and then come to a reasonable, smart, logical conclusion. Because there is so much bullshit information that's on the internet today, you can get swallowed up by it. You know, a lot of conspiracy theories have a lot of falsified facts to them, or what they claim to be facts. Now, there are conspiracy theories that have a lot of merit, but they get drowned out by all the fucking crazy people that rant on about other stupid shit. And that is a video that I'd have to make for another day. I've done my homework on the subject, so I know, at least I have a bare bones understanding of what I'm talking about. If you guys want to know more, please tell me in the comment section. I'll make a video about it. If you guys just want to discuss this shit with me, talk in the comment section. I'm more than welcome to talk about these crazy ideas. I've got nothing but time, man. Got nothing but time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, there's been so much complaining on Battlefield 4. Everyone's complaining, oh, the netcode sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Look, motherfucker, it's a video game. You're more than entitled to complain to the developers and criticize them and say, look, this shit is wrong. You fucked this up in these various myriad of ways. But, you know, you gotta have fun. And if you're gonna get better at a video game, you can't complain about netcode every single time you die. Because if you do, you're not gonna get better. I mean, you might be the type of person who just does get better regardless of if you complain or not. But my advice to everyone, God, I sound like such a cock. Oh, my advice, my word is law. You feel free to not listen to a word I'm saying, by the way. I'm just a random guy with an opinion. But, you know, practice and get better and don't complain. I mean, if you're playing basketball, you're not going to complain because the dude's taller than you. And if you do, then you're not going to get better. You're only going to get better if you say, okay, this is the situation that I'm dealt with. I have shitty netcode. So does the rest of the people on this game. So I'm going to be the best player that plays on shitty netcode. I'm going to be the best fucking player at basketball despite the fact that I'm 3 feet shorter than every other person on the field. Anyways, guys, that does it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like, motherfuckers. Take it easy. Peace. As always.